Guys, but Ember OD, if you're forward, what do you need then? Do you just need survivability? It seems like you have tons of lockdown already.
Well, you definitely can't Timber now.
Yeah.
So he gets absolutely destroyed. You need a hero that's going to be able to go mid. Maybe like I wouldn't hate like a Queen or something that just like throws damage into the Chrono. It's a matchup that we were seeing a lot in pub games too. Like people were starting to bring Queen back. I know mid one in particular likes the hero as well from Secret. You could Lena. I think Lena's also okay. Just really anything that throws out damage that goes mid. Like OD doesn't like own the lane super hard. He's more of just the guy that kind of gets his creeps. So there's actually a few choices I think for forward here.
Yeah. Well, they only have 20 seconds left using all their reserve time here. If they take this early 2-0, you're pretty happy, right? Because you just beat the favorite of this group, you know. All you need is one more
Oh,
BO3 and all of a sudden you're upper.
they could SF too. I forgot SF was banned in the first game, but they could SF.
Let's see. And they
There
will.
it
Good
is.
call, Jurassic, at the last second there. And well, why do you like the SF here? Is it just gives you that five-man kind of lineup doesn't do bad middle,
Yeah,
or?
he does fine mids, and even if you don't like own the first few waves or whatever, you're gonna be able to flash farm, get your Greaves. Usually, you see Greaves sub 20 minutes. I assume that's the build that UR is going to be going for this game. That's actually the main reason why I thought they were going to pick it. It occurred to me because in the last game, obviously last phase banned, they couldn't
Yeah.
they couldn't take it. But you didn't have any team fight items, and no one on your team is going to buy any, right?
Yeah.
Like MSS is going to get his Yules, he's going to get his drums or whatever, like he did last game, and your Void's going to buy carry items. You have no one else to buy Greaves, and Shadow Fiend fits that bill. Plus, BKB absolutely destroys VP's lineup. And Shadow Fiend is a hero that loves buying BKB and being able to use it effectively, and he's damaging Chrono. So it kind of checks like all the boxes that you want for forward. So I like the pick. The real shock to me is like I'm gonna like have my eyes locked on this Ramses Ember because like obviously he's one of the best position one players in the world. No one's gonna dispute that.
Yeah.
He's amazing. But man, I just don't know if I've seen him play Ember ever.
Yeah. Same. It's interesting. So, is there ever? It feels like both these teams have like almost similar lines. Is there? Are we just gonna see like 5-man versus 5 at a certain point, or does VP need more farm on like that OD and Ember than say the forward like cores need?
I don't know. Like for me, you're talking about like how much you want Ember to get, right? Or are you talking about like the
Yeah,
farm
like
split with the
what
cores?
do they need? Because it feels like you pick this Tidehunter, right? Normally you want a 5-man with it, but then you have like this Ember as well as an OD, and don't they both need like a decent amount of farm
I
before they
think
get it?
Ember is going to be the proactive one. And I think no one's going to take more of the one position because that's kind of what the heroes fill into, right? Because when we first saw the Ember, we were talking about it and like what role it actually fills
Yeah,
is the really active hero of the team that also kind of just gets farm. But I think no one is going to play more of the one position this game, even though he's going mid. And Ramses is going to be playing more of a two style that's more active and like going around the map, looking for fights and stuff like that. So at least that's what I expect. Maybe they both farm. I
yeah,
don't know, but I feel like if they do that, then it's going to be really tough because, again, forward are going to have the Greaves. I would assume pretty early, assuming UR doesn't get totally owned in lane. Um, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Like this is going to be, if I had to look at it just based on draft, I think if forward play like they did last game, I actually favor their heroes.
yeah. This,
But anything can happen.
yeah, exactly as you said, right? Like who would have expected Ramsey to die twice in 1 minute last game, and it could have costed him pretty big chunk of the game. We are going to see the runes here, and it will be Universe taking the tree throw first. So for a while, that's all the people got, right? You denied, you harassed, did it all. But now that it's been nerfed, do you like seeing that still, or are you a fan of the toss that more people get, it seems?
I think the toss is much harder to use in this game. Like you're walking to a lane as a zero armor hero against a Furion, and you know you're going to be laning against a Furion because that's just what secures the Ember of the lane, right? So if you have that matchup, I don't think toss really does anything. Like you're either going to get hit by treants or you're going to stand around going, how the heck am I going to get a toss that's actually meaningful?
Yeah.
You could do some like lane pull shenanigans and stuff, but I assume solo's going to be on top of that as well. So I think that the tree grab is the correct choice in this situation.
And middle lane, SVG. You don't see many of these two heroes middle, but just bullies no one out of the lane. Does bring a health potion. And top, it is going to be Faceless Void versus Tidehunter. Tide once he gets like level 2 or 3, he should be pretty happy here, right?
Yeah, there's definitely no way this lane should ever kill. Like I don't see how they're gonna take out Pasha, even if Resolution like somehow manages to get over leveled, which I don't really see happening.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be fine up here.
As you said, we watch bottom. Solo versus Universe feels so bad that zero armor hero Soul just right-clicks down with the Blightstone as well. Well, top stun, double stun does go out from Roger, but won't matter. SVG will eat a little bit of damage himself. Quite a bit, actually. They'll chain the denies together. So
Yeah, it's the same story as game one, where both teams are just gonna kind of be farming for the most part. I think if we're gonna see a kill, it's probably gonna end up being bottom.
yeah, it feels
So
like,
yeah, just exactly like game one with the
Yeah.
kills of Rainbow, it's gonna be bottom.
We'll see if that happens, obviously. Tiny level 1 only the tree grab, but once it gets level 2, you have the toss or the stun. Little pressure, and just a ton of harass coming out, and you see MSS commits for that big Wild Wing. Uh-oh. All of a sudden, Solo is taking a lot of damage, but no stun from SS, using it to clear the creep. Solo knew that. Doesn't need to be careful, because he does have it up now. But look at this, man. Nature's Prophet. Still quite the hero in lane.
Yeah, even with the Tran nerf, he still owns. Look at him, just bopping him.
I mean, 62 base damage too, doesn't feel too bad. Haste Rune will get taken by no one. Brings a chicken as well, has a stick. And well, what
Yeah,
are we
actually,
looking? Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say it's a little bit surprising that the OD is doing as well as he is, considering that SVG was there for a wave or two.
Yeah.
I mean, Yawar is gonna get farm. It's just gonna happen after Shadow Fiend does. But it is nice for VP that no one's able to secure this kind of CS early.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, it's not like OD, like his old build used to just dominate a lane. Nowadays, it's just, get farm, secure range creeps, but he's doing an amazing job just shutting down Yawar. Well, Banish will come out middle. Top lane looks like we're fighting over the pull-up here at the big camp. Pasha will walk over. Actually, man, MSS harassed out a lot, so a lot of people taking damage in these lanes, but it is tough to finish them off this early.
Yeah, no one forces Yawar to pop a salve in mid. Gets a lot of damage on him. He's just a farm fest. Wait, I mean, it's gonna be like this until Ramses gets some levels. Like, I think when he hits 6 or 7, you're gonna start seeing a lot of action. Pasha's gonna get Ravage and stuff, and then
Ramses is taking a lot of damage here. MSS taking even more. Bolus come out, nicely done, locks him down. He's gonna go for the stun, he fakes it out. Solo might just get this first blood, needs 2 more. Gets blocked by the creeps! Oh, but the one right click isn't enough. Treant chasing. Tower will kill it though. Now, I don't think Solo can die here either. Oh, he's gonna try TP. Will he? The stun comes out and hits MSS. Big plays there, sticking around. Didn't have to, but he does, and oh, looking like a guaranteed first blood from VP, but just turns it around with the Fairy Fire.
Man, that was a very optimistic DP. Oh, in the base, Solo, he's going
He's
for
going,
it.
he is, and he gets it with the,
He even
placed
worded
the
for
ward.
it, dude. Okay, I gotta be honest. I don't think that's worth it, placing that word like that. Yawar mid lane 2.
He's
One
getting
more hit.
chased. And the stun misses, but
Yo.
wait. Oh my god, he's still juking. No, he'll
Okay,
die. And Roger loving it. He has boots already. So it is 2-1 for VP right now, and that's a big kill on Yawar. With OD just free firing middle as well. 18 and 13. Look at those denies.
Yeah, this OD is popping off for sure. Really surprising again. Like you started with a dual lane. You gotta get those hits. You gotta get the last hits. It's so important for Shadow Fiend if you want to snowball the lane.
It is. Bottom lane, Trap's gonna come out. Looks like it's just for this bounty rune. Roger rotating bottom. Good rotation from him. And looks like VP gonna take 3 runes here, with Pasha taking 1 top as well. And middle lane, we're seeing a TP. I think Yawar might just be dead here. TP's flying out for his team. Maybe not. Does no one have his ulti? He doesn't have stick charges, but uh-oh. Solo might have been a little cocky again. They look for no one, won't get him. Stun comes out, and Roger having his teammates back right there. And they'll just back out. A lot of heroes middle still.
Forcing a double TP though, and I think as long as you have Pasha and like this 1v1 against Void, he's happy. Doesn't have to worry about like the Bane or anything being annoying. So even though they're like forcing moves out of forward, which is kind of what you want. You never want to be the one really playing reactionary Dota in most cases. Like obviously there's always exceptions. Solo gonna die to the tier 3, yeah. He's just
His ward's not getting denied, by the way. You don't mind if it doesn't get denied, right? Because now it sees if the chicken leaves base or something like that. Oh, easy kill bottom lane SS we watched.
I thought they were just going to kill it right away,
Yeah.
but I guess they didn't notice. Maybe he placed it, like, he TP'd in the trees, so he probably placed it, like, while he was still in the trees.
Oh, and no one picks up the invis. Universe stuns, but with that fade, time goes away. And VP, you talked about it, right? Very first game of MDL, VP looked kind of like last game, and now they turn it up a notch, it feels like. The one warm-up game, everyone gets one, I guess.
To me, it felt like in the last 2 tournaments, they just literally don't, you know how a lot of teams play games before the match?
Yeah.
I feel like VP just didn't do that or something. Like, that's
Yeah.
always what I think when I see how they play in the first match, but again.
Oh my god, they're just dying. He does dodge a stun, gets put on. They need some rotations. SVG actually comes on over. Sleep's gonna fly out, goes on solo. Now you are. Will get a raise, gets a double raise, gets a triple raise. Right clicks going there, it will be. And he stays alive because he has no mana to burn. And a good turnaround there. That's a 3v2 turnaround. Not too shabby for Yawar and SVG there.
As soon as that stun missed, they should have just ran. Like, oh, sleight of fist. Ramsey's not level 6, just doing a level 5 walk mid.
He
Solo
is.
coming from the back.
Is he going to get it? He needs 2 attacks, I think.
No.
Oh, and doesn't get him. Oh, the slight misses, too. Dude, there's a lot of heroes. Ramsey's in trouble. He's going to throw the bolus. Solo actually goes down, and we're going to watch as Ramsey's killed. Oh, all of us.
Dude,
weren't we just what? What just happened? Like, VP, good ganks, good fights, and then they do this one really weird dive, and look at this, the 4-man shrine. Feels
Why is
pretty
your
good.
level 5 Ember walking mid to try to kill the SF? Oh man, this is a weird one.
And look at it. Did you know it was almost up to a 3K lead for VP, and all of a sudden, less than 1,000 gold again. And this Void, he's keeping up with the tide. Actually, same CS, just a couple more denies. And oh, stun comes out on Ramses again. Do you think, I've been hearing about, like, is Crown too good at the side shop? Ooh, wait up. Hold on, we're going to look again. Stun flies out. They're going to look for Roger, and that's an easy kill. Ramses might get turned on. He is level 6 now. Probably too hard to kill.
I don't think it's too good. I think the side shop has been nerfed enough. Okay. Like, it has been gutted. Like, you can't buy a Bassie there anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, Ramses.
Trouble again. Oh, we actually going to go forward now. Roger's here. Is going to hit the stun. Will at MSS doesn't do any damage because of the raindrops, though. They're looking. Roger. Creeps get sown by Solo, so the Edict doing way less damage. Sleep will come up from Solo, wakes himself up. Universe just smacking that ass. Good block there with the treants, and whoa. Okay. Wakes him up, and, well, 3v3 bottom lane, but no one will, or pardon me, nobody dies in that bottom lane. No one free farming middle. SF to the jungle, as you see before. Not the worst thing for an SF, but
he does it really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus because he is going to be going for the Grease build, like he gets the Arcanes, and that's going to give him more jungle sustain, so he can just walk mid, you know, double raise or whatever, maybe even just throw out one and auto attack him down, walk back to the woods. Bottom lane, SVG, getting caught here.
It looks like one more right click will be enough. I've got a question. I've seen some Tide Hunters in the offlane, they just go no boots Vlads, while some go the mana boots. Is there like, when do you go each one, or is it like a preference thing?
I think it's preference, but having boots in a game like this, like if you want to be active, you definitely want boots.
Yeah.
Like if you just plan on like AFK farming and you're completely content with how your mid and your bot lane are going, you can probably just go Vlads and buy some clarities and stuff, and it's going to be about the same mana. A little bit better sustain because lifesteal mid lane.
Oh, you are. He might just get ravaged here. He'll throw out a raise. Here we go. Gush goes. He probably wants to ravage 2 heroes. Will they throw it out? Yep, right on Rezo, but he dodged it. No way, he goes into it still. Deal flies out. Rezo, though, definitely going to kill Solo here. It looks like he needs at least 2 more attacks. He'll just go in instead. Gets it. Still has the chrono. It looks like he's going Mask of Madness first on Faceless this game instead of the Battle Fury. He wants to be a lot more active.
Well, I think it's like sorry. Yeah, I think it's a lot. It's a lot of damage. It's sustain. It's probably one of the only items that you can get on Void for that cost. That's going to give you the kind of farming capability and also kill potential.
Yeah.
Because like even just a Maelstrom doesn't always feel amazing, because you're still relying on the procs and your attack speed's not that high. But with Mask of Madness, you're pretty much guaranteed to get like 1 or 2 bashes in a chrono.
Well, Roger level 4 and 3/4 will flat the tome, so he'll get level 6 when it makes its way out. On the other side of things, what are we looking like? Tiny, he's level 6, Bane level 5, Lesh level 6. And you can tell it's a 1K lead for VP. A lot better just in general rotations, as you said, this game.
Yeah, I mean, minus the
yeah,
weird,
the dive
like,
middle. Yeah,
mid-gank.
well, we'll
Yeah,
ignore that
a-
one. That was an odd one. Looks like a full Vlad's on the Tidehunter with those arcane boots. So, as Tides always do, he'll be coming online. Bane actually has the tome, gonna be level 6. And we'll see. Might be some more rotations coming out with all these big ults coming up. Solo just farming up himself in the jungle. Still broke even on this Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, he's living the struggle life. He's not 6 yet. Once he gets 6, he'll be able to accumulate a little bit of money.
How do you use your ulti as a like we can talk about the lane, right? Summon Trince, all that, but how do you use a position 5 Nature Prophet ult?
You're pretty much using it exclusively for fights. If there's ever a point where there's a lot of downtime and you're super far ahead, you could probably ult to farm, but most of the time you're using it for damage in the ganks.
And where do you cast? Do you cast at the opposite side of the map, or how do you do it now?
Most of the time it's either opposite side of the map or at least one lane away.
Okay.
Like, sometimes if you get super unlucky and there's too many things on the map, you might not hit the hero. But if you do it, like, say you're bottom and you cast it mid, most of the time you're going to get hit.
Uh-oh, and look at this middle. They're going to find him, or bottom river, pardon me. They're going to look for Universe. He gets put under. This should be a kill here. And they're just going to bring him down. Does toss him away, though. Traps him in. Has a Quelling Blade. Actually eats out Roger. Doesn't have the stun. Universe. It looks like no one was just scared of a full-out team fight happening there. So won't commit for the kill. And they're just going to back out. This Resolution, though, almost level 11 now. Are you worried? I mean, Faceless Void counters Ember and OD decently if he gets on top, but...
Well, that's what the Tide's for, I think, this game. It's because after the first match, they said, okay, they're Void players, they're gonna pick the hero. Might have to hold that thought, though. 3-man smoke here from forward.
Oh, and if they get no one here, but I think you might have seen SVG possibly, lays the ward. No pings, though. But look at this, they might see Solo instead. I don't think they want this smoke gang on Solo, though. Not the biggest kill. Middle pings flying, Roger still invis there. TP actually getting a fort stun. Hits Solo, and both teams actually have decent wards in like that mid-bottom lane, like the mid-bottom section, so they know what's happening. There's going to be a sleep coming out. Hits on Ember. Roger is looking. MSS pops Edict. There's going to be a grip. Nice cancel there immediately. SVG, they still bring Roger down, though. Ramses pops drums, tries to run away. Looks like he will. No one is coming on in, though, but uses Slight. Has Bolas in 1. They're only level 1. MSS just running away. Looks like they'll get out unless they get SVG, and they will. Who's going to get the kill, though? Looks like asleep. Ramses will get it. A lot of bonus damage on that. The new Sleight of Fist feels good.
Yeah, 160 extra damage, 6-second cooldown. It's really nice for like those long fights where you can just chase. You know, it's the best feeling.
They're going to look for this tower with the Nature's Prophet creeps. Pretty easy. But look at this, they're going to have to back away because Universe, he's cleaning him up. He's wanting that farm. Well,
I mean, he is level 7.
He is.
It's not the lowest level I've seen for a position 4 at this stage in the game.
I mean,
and Tiny definitely does. Yeah, he's got a lot of damage.
So what do you want to see? I mean, it feels like VP's pretty content with what they're doing. Does Ford have to make a move, or is it like get Rezo involved with this Mask of Madness?
I think it's a lot harder for Rezo this game just because the Tide.
Yeah.
Like, that's the hero where Pasha's going blank, which I think is amazing for this game. Because, like, the whole way that you want to play around Tide is you wait for the chrono, right? If he chronos you, okay, then you get chronoed, you know? So your cores get to do whatever they want. But if he doesn't chrono you, you need to be able to position so you can Ravage.
Yeah, SVG trying to defend top lane, but he just gets eaten apart by VP. And they'll get another tower top, looking to push us to about a 3K gold lead for VP. Playing this a lot more methodically than game number 1, and woo, be careful there, Rezo. Not worth. Checks the rune, you know, maybe he gets a freebie, but seems like teams are pretty good with bounty runes now. There was a while when they first came out, you could see a bounty rune like 17 minutes still.
Yeah. Yeah, nowadays people are much more about realizing. I think it was PPD's team at the time who was always just like, yeah, we need our freaking bounty runes. And they were like the team who did it the most often, and then everyone else sort of like, okay, yeah, this is just good. We should just do this.
I mean, it's just a lot of free gold for your team, right? Maybe not free if you can fight for it, but bottom. Oh, they're going to look. They're going to find one. It is going to be the Tide. They know that's a hard-ass kill, and they'll just back up, but look who's coming down. Shadow Fiend with the mech. No Guardian Greaves yet. Rezo here as well, and I think they're just showing their hand. They're like, we can 5-man bottom, but rotation, TP from no one, and they want to. They want to fight. Roger the net, he's looking. They're actually going to find one. No, Universe, so quick. Gets a toss, but he gets Carapace. Sleep does go out. They're going to throw a stun. Will hit. There's going to be one. It's going to be a Ravage. Hits onto all of them. They're going to look for SVG now. Orbs flying down. SVG's going to die. Will they get Ramses? Will he find Yawar? Looks like he wants to. MSS gets trapped in. Now he'll get put under. Yawar taking a ton of damage, and he's just going to blow up here, it looks like. Will, and they look for another. MSS still runs up to the left, doesn't run backwards, and he'll make it out. But this game, a lot different than game number 1.
And that was a really bad spot for forward, because like Rezo evacuated the lane and then showed top like immediately.
Yeah.
So VP knew they could just run at them. And that, I mean, it's a little bit of a miscommunication thing, and it didn't really feel like Rezo wanted to fight in the first place. Like, he doesn't have his BKB, he's working towards it right now, and he's like, look, this tide has a blink. I don't really want to go because if I don't have a BKB to protect my chrono, there's a good chance Pasha's just going to hit me with a stun, and I can't hit anyone during the chrono. That's the whole point of the blink dagger in this matchup. So Pasha understanding the matchup very well, and Rezo's like, nah, I don't want to fight, but he shows right away, and then that kind of makes it so they get owned.
Uh-oh, look at this. MSS, as you see, Leshrac versus Nyx Assassin. Not the funnest matchup. Instantly killed. Will get a sleep, though. They should be able to at least pick off Solo here. Tossed in the air, punched once, goes down. Roger, though. Right click's going to go. He's trying to dodge a stun. Won't be able to. Can they get this kill? Level 3 Carapace is there. Oh, just hits him with the dilation of time. Will stun himself, and Universe gonna help Rezo pick him off there. So they do get a little bit on the backside of that.
I mean, it's a 1 for 2, so at that point, I think that the...
Ooh, middle too. They will get a free tier 1, and look at that. Blue actually ping it out. They probably didn't expect to just lose that top grip. It comes out. They can be able to kill Ramses. They need to chain these together. We have the stun. Do we have the toss? Don't even need it. They get the kill on Ramses. 380 gold. Nice sleep on OD. Has his Midas up. He will use it. Will chase down. Here comes Solo. Universe has a Quelling Blade, though. Just eats out. Will summon trees. Can he block him in? He's actually turning around. Chrono on the back end. Whiffs from Rezo. And now MSS. He's in a little bit of trouble using some Pulse Novas. OD finds one. It's Universe. He goes down the back. They're going to chase for more, though. They get the Carapace, and once again, an easy one. And now SVG, guess what? You might be in trouble as well. Roger sleeping. Treants aren't going to wake him up. They pop the Shrine. Double raise on the uphill. Pasha actually does take a lot. They put him under. He's trapped. Ulti will fly from Yawar. Slows them all down. They get the stun. OD ulti. He's dead. See you later, Rezo. They move forward. Ramses hits the bolas, and we might just be seeing another one. Look at this. Ramses wants more. He's going to look for SVG, but on the backside, under. No one more attack. Doesn't even need it. And they all get out. Roger slept up, but VP just runs them over in the jungle in these little skirmishes.
Yeah, that wasn't even a Ravage. That's the terrifying part. As soon as the Chrono was whiffed, that fight was over. Like that.
No.
The ability is so important for their team. Like, in order to function in a fight and get damage out and like secure a kill. Like, obviously they had just committed the grip a little bit earlier to kill Ramses, but yeah, as soon as the Chrono whiffed, you got to get out.
Yep. And what do you think of this solo item? I know he goes stranger items sometimes, but this might be a first for me. Veil, Nature's Prophet. I know it's good damage, right? But why is he getting it?
Well, I think he's the only person on the team who wants to buy it. Like, if you look at no one's like item progression, he went for Midas and he's going for the Kaya straight into BKB. So he's looking to hit his timing and just end the game. Mid lane.
Uh-oh, yeah, they're looking for him. Will they actually kill Rezo before he gets out that time walk? No, he goes forward. They're looking for Ramses. He dodges uphill, slights him again. He is playing very cocky. I mean, we talked about we haven't seen Ramsey play much, but it feels like this is a very cocky hero for him to play. And he'll just TP on out. And, well, we have the Faceless Void. BKB is flying out now. Is this... You got to make something happen here, right? Or does it even matter with Tidehunter still up? Like, you won't get stunned. But it feels like your entire team having to play around Ravage is just so hard right now. Bottom, they're looking easy. Kill on MSS. They might look for more stun on the backlines. Hits onto 2. Solo TP's uphill. He might die for this. Nope, just pops Veil. Solo does have a Sprout, but Quelling Blades. And now, yep, they find one. It's going to be Nyx. Or SVG. Who knows who found who. They go over, and, well, you're just dead, Bane. Brain saps off. Won't matter. Ramsey's kill. And it just feels like the pain train's coming through.
I think that this is VP's like strongest timing once the BKB comes out on the OD. I think that's literally where they want to try to end the game. Because if the game stretches out, Void is eventually going to get to a stage where, again, he's going to chrono and the heroes are just going to die. And you're not going to really be able to protect him. I guess if no one's in the perfect position, he can cast Astro, but the range isn't super long, even at level 4.
Yeah.
So if the hero's like in the middle of the chrono, you're not really going to be able to be saved. Besides that, yeah, there's not really much. I guess you can sprout him. I forget about the interaction a lot, but if you sprout the hero inside the chrono and there's no ward, you actually can't see him.
Yeah.
So
We've seen it used before, and there we go. Rezo goes uphill. This is a smoke gang. They know VP probably a decent amount ahead. They need to make something happen. But look at this. Nyx Assassin goes in. Do they not have a sentry? Oh, we see Pigs. There it is. He's going to sleep him. They need to get this kill before the end. Universe stun toss combo into the air. Gets his carapace off, though. They're nervous to go in, but Roger should just die here. It is a kill. Maybe not the best one, but they could think about going to Roche. Is that what Ramsey's or Resolution's doing? Pardon me. Looks like he might. Just scouts it out, though. Doesn't do it.
it's pretty slow if they wanted to Roche right now.
Yeah. And no one flying out as BKB.
Oh god, don't get the Curry killed. Jeez, that was close. If they killed his BKB, that would have been awful for VP.
That's just, what, another 3-minute window there for forward to get a lot of stuff done. And
Yeah.
will save it. Whoa, Ramsey actually comes over. He actually finds Jawar. Instant Guardian Grace, but he gets slowed by the Gush. And now he's going to go for the TB. Do they have anything? Oh, he thought about waking up Tide. Maybe a Ravage, but probably didn't want to commit it. They will move forward. SVG, you were a good friend helping your teammate, but you probably are going to die now.
Yeah, that Nightmare definitely saved you, 100%.
Yep, and there we go. Gonna move forward, Sleight of Fist, hits the bolas, easy kill for Ramses. And they're just trying, Rezo's like, I don't even know what I need to get. I'm going, I want to, he needs at least a damage item now, right? 22 minutes in, everyone else has items. You got to be doing a little bit of damage. But it's hard, because his base, they're on the front door.
Yeah. You know, the pace of the early game for VP was just a little bit too fast, I think, for Forward to deal with. And that's just because, again, Safe Line Ember and Prophet together.
Yeah.
Like, those heroes can just be so active in MSS.
Top, yeah. You talked about the counter. They do have Universe here to help out. Roger might be the next one to die. MSS does get trapped in. He should go down as well, but SVG, he's here. Ulti gonna fly through from Solo. Will it come? It does, but the sleep dodge by SVG. Oh no, it's a 3 to 4 man chrono. They hit them all. BKB does get popped. They bring down SVG. Universe trying to run. There's going to be the chrono. They look for no one. Can they bring him down time? Sure looks like they can. BKB's up. No, he used it. Will he get bashed? He does. Not doing that much damage. They're just going to turn around now. Resolution in a lot of trouble. He won't be able to make it out. Ulti from Yawar does a little bit. Slows him down, but now he's just getting blocked and not looking good. Universe actually looking for no one. They might find him. He puts himself on him before the toss damage. Now they move forward. Universe is doing work, but not enough. They chase down Yawar. They chase down Universe. Maybe not Yawar. Pasha, he's
so
hitting him with the sword. The sword, the gush will come out. And guess what? He has the gush damage. Stun toss comes out. Solo dies. But now, Universe, he's done a lot of work. He's trying to defend him. And Pasha's TV's out right in front of SVG. 10k lead now, 24 minutes. Almost a Radiance on Ember.
Man, that, like, the OD not dying inside of the chrono is just so sad to watch. Like, that's, like you mentioned, it's one of the downsides of, like, not having the damage item. You know, he's got the Mask of Madness and the BKB, but he didn't have, like, a Maelstrom or anything else.
SVG steals the Arcaner. Now he gets a grip with the stolen Arcaner. Stun's going to go off and actually hits on a 2. They get 1 kill on Roger. Atos comes out. They toss him back. They find the Tide. They have a very good chance of killing this young man, and Feeble goes out. Instantly canceled by the Kraken Shell. They're going to look for him. Pulse Nova's there. They stun. They run at him. This should be the kill on Pasha, and all of a sudden, 2k gold skimmed off the top of that.
Okay. That's really good for Forward, because this is the timing where VP is going to feel the strongest, right? They just revealed their 10-second BKB on the OD, and now there's a window where he doesn't have Hex yet, but there's going to be another damage item up, or I should say the first damage item up on Rezo, and he's going to have Chrono again. So this Chrono plus a damage item could easily mean Roshan for Forward. Whereas VP, I mean, obviously as the game goes longer and longer, you're going to see Hexes and stuff. You're going to see a lot of, I guess Ramsey's going for Radiance, which is also, it's okay. But, yeah, the Hex is a big thing. Forward don't want to have to deal with that, because it means that your Void can just insta-die, and you don't want that.
And man, this tier 1 stood a long time. They have it top and bottom on Radiant, but it will finally go down in the safe lane for him. Rezo's going to get level 18, and whoa. Ramsey's actually here, and yeah, Rezo will scare him out. There will be, look at that, Maelstrom picked up, level 3 ulti for Faceless. Maybe a little bit of a timing for them. Solo drums. What do we got? Any surprising items besides that? So you didn't sound convinced about the Radiance on Ember, why?
Um, I mean, if they want to go for a later game, I get the Radiance.
Yeah.
It's just, do you really want to go safe or go late game against a Void? Like you're relying pretty heavily on your ability to initiate fights correctly, because one good chrono in a like 35 plus minute game is all it's gonna take. Because eventually, Rezo's gonna get more items on top of his current set. He might even eventually get a Silver Edge for the Tide. Who knows what kind of damage he's gonna be doing.
Yeah.
So Radiance is that item where if you can stay in the fight, it's fantastic on Ever, because you're doing so much damage, and there's only one BKB for now. Soon Yawar is going to have his. But yeah, I guess it's just one of those things where if you're playing this fast, I feel like Maelstrom is better for the style that they were doing. Because you could have had it, right? You could have had the Maelstrom in fights, and it's a lot of damage for the hero.
He is just farming bottom still. Roger sitting behind him. And this is the least confident we've seen VP play this game, honestly. And from a 10K to now a 6K lead only, Pasha has the Blink Reg, but they are going to pair up here, and this could be a 5-on-5 fight. It looks like actually only Yawar, not with the Dire team, while all Radiant together is 5. And uh-oh, it's a pretty nice find on Leshrac. He blinks forward, will be asleep. This is just a kill. Yikes. And they're just going to go right into Roche off the back of that. And now you see, they were still a lot of gold ahead. When they do have that Ravage up, they're still pretty damn scary.
Yeah, that was also the worst way to start a fight. It's like someone just getting immediately... Yeah. Like, that's the thing. MSS is so important for their fights. He does a lot of damage, but he needs to be alive.
Yeah.
And if he's the one who gets caught, all you really have is a Nightmare save and a Chrono, and it feels real bad to Chrono like one hero to try to save your position 3. You can't Chrono like that. Because if you do, you're just immediately giving the fight to VP.
You do see the problem, though, VP's lineup. Not the best Roche hitters here. Vlad's with the Nature's Prop, but still, it's very slow. MSS alive. He's TPing in. I think this Roche is still going to be standing by the time he gets here. And perma-bashed is this Tide Hunter. They're going to go in Universe, actually, to stun toss combos. Will get Spear Vessel getting right-clicked on the backside. Look at this. Resolution gets chained. There's going to be a Ravage. Hits 3. OD ulti hits 3 as well. And all of a sudden, the entire team of Dire is just dead. Chrono comes out. Can they bring down the OD during it? And there's the Sprout you talked about on the backside. Ramses does die to Yawar. They kill each other off. And uh-oh, Grip flies. They will get the Nyx Assassin. Gush goes out. SVG looking to be the next one to die. No one actually just fighting him with no life. Doesn't have the Aegis yet. He's just fighting Cockley. And now they go forward. Will he get a bash hit? No! But he's still pushing forward. Yawar with the buyback running in. Does have all his raises. Not much damage since he lost half his souls trapped in. And ooh, the triple buyback from Dire. They will find Solo. He'll probably just end up dying here for the greater good for VP. Maybe? Oh my god, he gets out.
That feels so bad.
And the tip goes out, and this game...
I mean, maybe they can get Roche. I mean, it's 5 seconds, or ish, until everyone's alive again. They know there's no Ravage.
You do have that presence of the Dark Lord. You do it quicker, but they find Solo. Solo actually scouts out. They're not going to make it in time. It looks like Dire will pick it up. No one's here with the Shivas. They get Vision. Resolution picks it up. BKB popped. SVG goes down. They want more. Pasha blinks forward. Roger here as well. He is going to Carapace. Stun comes out. They will at MSS. Will they find more? They're looking. SF running the long way. Looks like because of that, he will survive, though. So they get the kill on Roche, get some gold, get the Aegis, but they lose 2 and no buybacks. Is this just a Rax?
I mean, I don't know how they're going to fight without Chrono. Like, that spell is so integral to what Forward want to do.
And even
it's
with
just
that, go on, sorry.
Pasha's Ravages have just been so good. Like, a lot of the time, it's safe to just wait for the Void, and then you just counter-initiate, make sure at least he's the only one doing damage to Chrono.
Yeah.
But Pasha just sees the good Ravage and just immediately jumps, knows that his OD has Sanities, and just... The SF completely was out of health and mana instantaneously. Like, he doesn't even have... He doesn't have his BKB yet, so... When that combo happened, he wasn't able to BKB Requiem to equalize kind of the initiation. It was just they were so far behind. Rezo's Chrono came in like a good 5 seconds after the fight was already over.
Yeah.
And again, he Chronoed a hero and didn't kill it. That's the second time this game where we've seen him Chrono the OD and not be able to do enough damage to kill. This time, obviously, it was because of Sprout. I mean, at this point, just swap your freaking Quelling Blade in, man. Like, the stick is not winning you the fight. You need to be able to hit the OD.
And as you said, you brought that up, just the Sprout just completely nullifies him without the Quelling Blade, can't get out, and SVG, well, he's going to try to help his friend farm, but this is looking rough. You do have, does the Aegis on Void, is VP too worried about it, or do they just wait it out or get pickups on other lanes, or?
They can wait it out, honestly. I mean, at this point, it's pretty much VP feel like they're playing like their normal selves almost.
Yeah.
Which, oh, Roger.
I'm looking bottom, yeah.
I don't know. This is a tall order.
They need a +1. It feels like OD or someone, and Roger's just gonna run away. Doesn't want to get baited in.
No, that's good. I mean, scouting the Void, he wasn't actually sure where the rest of the team was, because if you look at the minimap right now, like VP can't see any of Forward's heroes, so he backs out thinking maybe it's like some kind of bait, because no one was even farming the mid lane. It's a good move to just get out.
Man, this OD with that Midas, 17,000 net worth, a K above resolution. Ember a little bit farther down, but has the Radiance, has 3.5K. What do you want to see? Do you still want to see Maelstrom, or do you want to see a defensive item from him now?
Well, now that he's got a Radiance, you open up other opportunities like the Shivas, Blink Dagger, you know, Octarines. We've seen stuff like that.
Oh, and here we go. We're going to go through middle. There are a lot of heroes here. If Pasha can get this Ravage off, get ready for pain. They are all grouped up. There's going to be one and only hits onto one hero, but you are, well, he's definitely going to die. He does get BKB, maybe not. Pops the Shrine. Atos goes off. He will get the ulti. They get the grip. He gets the Chronos. Well, they stack some of their abilities. Can they kill? No, and he has so much armor with that shoes. They're trying their damnedest. BKB wears off. They get him. Pasha now as well. Can he go down? He 4 steps over. Rezo wants to get this kill. It's a big one. Gets the blink away. Somehow VP is disengaging from this after only losing one, but that's a Ravage down. Oh, and they're actually going to find more. He does. Universe gets to stun Rezo. Right-click, and do we see a good Sprout from Solo? He needs to make an amazing one. They need to save Pasha here. Gets the blink again. Now Sprouted. Taking a ton of damage there. Gush, is he dead? He does. Aegis down. Roger, though, will get stunned. Edict gets popped. Stun toss combo. Easy kill. Solo on the backside. OD ulti goes down. There goes Rezo. Yawar as well will die. He's already died back. There's going to be MSS put under at the last second. Universe will get out, but all 3 cores of Forward just drop instantly. My God. They did not expect the buyback in the hammer.
Yeah, that OD ulti absolutely obliterated them. Look at the damage done. 3,500 from the OD during that fight. That was crazy. I mean, it's easy to get really overzealous when you win a fight like that. Your SF gets ravaged, and then you're like, oh man, he didn't die during the ravage. This is actually a really good fight. The Chrono hits the Tide and the OD, and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, let's go. You know, no one dies. The OD dies, and then you're just like, you know, you're chasing. This is good. We can force buybacks, blah, blah, blah. But then it suddenly hits you, wait a minute, he never ultied. Yeah. And then the fight just looks super bad, and no buybacks on the side of Forward. The BKB, I think, from Yawar was just finished when they took that fight near the Shrine. And I believe, yeah, the Void finished a Yasha or something. Yeah, I think it's a Yasha towards the Mana Stop.
And that's it, right? No buy. Is this just looking like Megas? And you don't have the Battle Fury Void. This game feels 99% over. And they jump forward. BKB pop. Will just right-click the Nightmare, and Ramsey's Radiance burning him down. Good try by Universe to save him, who's had a pretty decent game, honestly, on this Tiny, it feels like, on Forward, but it just feels like an unachievable task right now. They will be able to defend from Megas, though.
And Rezo's in the back. They
looking.
Scanned him, though.
Yeah.
So they know he's the... Oh, do they just want to kill him? Ryder's walking up the hill.
He is. Time Walk cast range gets more. He is showing bottom, though. Doesn't look like they want to go in quite yet, though.
You know, it's so funny, too. We were, like, talking about how all Pasha's Ravages have been great and on point, but that was, like, the first Ravage where his team wasn't actually close enough.
Yeah. And it looked like right on the left side, there's, like, 4 heroes from there. Obviously, he can't see him, but it was just worst-case scenario for him, man. They just wanted to blow that SF up, but as you said, teammate, even with the Boots of Travel Ember, they're just too far out of reach.
Yeah, it looks like Ramses will be going back for the BKB into Shivas.
Yeah.
And BKB is really solid for him this game.
Yeah.
This is actually something that I kind of wish more Embers would do. When you're in a game like this and there's just so much magic damage, like you're against Lesh, Shadow Fiend, Requiem, Stun Toss from Tiny, you can't rely on your Flame Guard to keep you alive. It's just not. It's not enough. So having the ability to not only just survive, but keeping your Flame Guard up, because he went for the Spell Amp and the Flame Guard DPS. You see a lot of the Embers take the +1 Searing Chains, but it means that your Flame Guard's basically going to get guaranteed, 10-second-ish uptime.
Yeah. Well, look at this bottom lane. Ramses doesn't even care. He's just pushing in inside their base. And right now, VP, they know they've won the game. They feel like they've won the game. They're trying. They're just farming up. They know they can only get. They just keep getting farther and farther ahead. Strangle them out. Rezo with that casual Yasha going for the Manta just doesn't feel that farmed anymore, and he just gets blown up by any disable now.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, he's going to Manta, I feel, just because of the Ember, but it doesn't bode well for a Void when his team is already kind of suffering from some damage issues. We saw during the last engagements how hard it is for him to kill the UV.
Yeah.
And he always got to go Manta because he's scared of getting like Searing Chains and stuff. You would much rather see him just get a full damage item and be able to just kill someone guaranteed in a Chrono. But he feels unsafe. He feels like he might just get popped if he gets Searing Chains. And you don't want to BKB it either. Because if you BKB, then how do you protect yourself in your Chrono from Ravage?
Yeah.
It's a tough Void game.
It's
a very tough Void game.
And now you like you said in the draft, it felt like VP kind of knew it was coming. They play this hero. They played it before. Same heroes. And done a lot better job. Counter. Look at this. Roger actually gets the blink stun. Will be on Tiny Spirit Vessel there. Obviously, Stenson. Chrono will come out. They are going to find the Ember. It looks like Bash hit on the last one. Does get it now. Ulti from Yawar will slow them all down. No one there. BKB. Ravage only hits on one. It's only a Bane. We've seen this before, though. Universe actually gets a kill on Roger on the backside. Ramses comes back and... All right, forward. Little bit of holding. Double buyback popped. And now Ramses. He has to be a little bit afraid.
That was like a 4K swing in favor of forward there. If they can keep their base, it would be huge.
But look at this. Ranged backs, not healing, almost dying. Treants will just come in and slowly siege it down. And they want it. Will they get it? Pasha thinking about there's going to be a stun forward on Roger. Range rack still alive, 15 HP. BKB popped by Ramses. He just goes in. OD, my God. Buyback coming. There's 3 dead. 3 buybacks. So it's the last one. Grip on the backside on the Ember. Stun comes out. He doesn't have buyback. Nice. 4-staff saving him. Gets the sleight of fist. Will ulti away as well. SVG puts himself under to save. And oh my God, every buyback pretty much being used right here. Only the Tide and Nature's Prophet stands. We might see Solo go for a crazy play here since he can TP right back. But it seems like VP will just back it up. They get the range racks.
I mean, honestly, I kind of felt like VP were just going to end it there. Because they, like you said, they solo chronoed.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, they solo Ravage, but they also solo chronoed Ember and he bought back, right? So the Ember was right back in a team fight. His bots went mid and I'm like, all right, well, even with buybacks, your ultimates are super important.
Yeah.
And I guess it's actually good for forward that they backed out of it because it's 20 seconds until the next chrono. And forward are smoked. They want to try to get a nice little backstab going here. This is a really nice move.
They need to find someone. OD is level 25. You see the 60-second Arcane Orb steal, but ooh, Posh is right there. That's a tough kill, but he's not as unkillable as that we saw last game. For that, and look at that blink away. Will be Gush coming out. No one wants to go in. Slight misses. Hits Yawar that time now. Roger walking uphill. They saw him with the sentry, though. Sleep flies. It's tied.
The Ob's ward on the high ground.
They do. There it is, Chrono. It does hit too. Too bad Universe blinks into it, but they should be able to get this kill. They want to. Can they kill OD? They do. He gets brought down. No buyback. Ramses, if he dies, the game could just be over. They want to get him, but they want Pasha as well. They just want any kills they can, and getting this kill on Tide, who does have buyback, would be big. Actually, Dodge is stun with 4-staff. They get one. They're chasing this Ember, who's a bigger kill. Rezo wants to get it. They have to back away. Pasha goes down. Buybacks immediately.
In the base, Solo?
He's solo. What is he doing? He's just making space.
Crazy.
Look at that. A lot of damage actually on the tier 4s. Wait, they're still fighting. Stun goes out. Atos will it. Roger, he doesn't have a buyback. He's dead as well. I don't think forward can just end the game, though. If they killed Ramses, probably, but
they need to push out a lane. Like, they're chasing right now on Ramses, but they really, really need to push a lane.
And he actually gets sleep, and it's good. Even though it's Lotus, it only gets reflected. MSS, Stun's going to fly out. They're just going to try to bring him down. They need him chained it all together. Nice toss. They do. No buyback, but the lanes, as you talked about.
Roche is up too.
Okay, so Roche is pretty much guaranteed here, but the game lasts. So Ramses, even though he dies without buyback, buys his team enough time where they'll lose Roche, but not the game.
Dude, that ward is MVP. The ward on the high ground there.
Yeah, that's
like Resolution was sitting pretty much on VP's high ground in the mid just for so long, waiting for an opportunity to chrono, and then he sees it, man. That ward just set up a fight for them so perfectly.
It feels like if Rezo gets one more item, VP could just be in a world of hurt.
Yeah, it's kind of scary now for VP, because even, you know, your buybacks are still going to be on cooldown for a while. Like, let's see, OD's is... Oh, actually, he just needs gold, so he's short on money. Yeah. But, you know, Ramses' buybacks cooldown for 4 minutes, Tide cooldown for 6.5 minutes. So even when they respawn, if you kill them again, they're not going to be able to buy out. And that's huge, because, you know, normally when your 2 racks is down, I mean, they pretty much have 1 melee racks remaining. That's all they got. Yeah. If that goes down, game's going to be pretty much unwinnable. But this is exactly what they needed. I really like that smoke backstab play, like waiting out the chrono. They established their vision when they left the base, and they took a good fight.
Yep, and Phaseless Void's actually going for a Scotty next, once seeing a little survivability, and it's still damage. You know, you just get a ton of stats, always feels good. And has the Aegis. We'll see. Chrono's up. The thing is, every ult's up. Do you still favor VP with every ult up, right? Or do you?
It's kind of getting to that point where everyone on the side of forward that really wants a BKB kind of just has one.
Yeah.
So like the Lesh has one, the Void has one, the Shadow Fiend has one. Shadow Fiend even has a Hex too. So I don't know, it's not as clear cut. Like, yeah, it's a 14k lead, so VP are probably still slightly favored in the fight, but it's not so insurmountable like it felt earlier, where it was just like impossible for forward to find a good engagement. It is possible, maybe not super likely, but it can happen.
We've been talking, I mean, obviously with MSS moving to the 3 role, he's got his BKB Atos, but Universe on this pretty farm tiny Echo Saber Shadow Blade Blink. He's made quite a bit of space in these fights, just killing off the supports. And you look at I think the biggest thing, right? You look at the net worth, and that's the thing. Bane is SVG. He's just, you know, normal 5 position. Everyone else in this game is pretty damn farmed.
Yeah, I mean, it is 43 minutes, so
yeah.
There's been a lot of fighting. Total of, like, what, 65 kills?
A lot, yeah.
In a 43-minute game, so... The one thing that VP have going for them is they do have the nice buffer. Like, their tier 1 offlane is alive at 43 minutes. Yeah. Like, how often do you see that?
With a lot of HP, too. It's not even low.
Yeah, it's like, actually almost full health, so... like, forward are definitely in a position where they can win, but they need another smoke. Okay, they're gonna just pop one right now.
And they have a gem on Tiny now, finally.
Yeah. So this is definitely a situation where VP are feeling a little bit of pressure. You know, they're not just running across the map like they have been for the past, like, 20 or so odd minutes, because they know they don't have buybacks on their important heroes, and it is a losable game for them.
Oh, and look at this. Solo gets found. Hastrin scooped up. This should just be a kill on Nature's Province. Oh, whoa. They get it. Yeah, stun cost comes out, but wait. Solo's still alive. Oh, my God. There's no way. I was about to say MSS hits the stun. Right clicks go tanky, but they get him. And a pickoff. That's no buyback. I know it's a 5 position, but he's a lot of
It's
their
actually
team fight
big
items.
because it's also side lane pressure,
Yeah,
right?
he's kept middle and bottom pushed out, like, single-handedly, yeah. And look at this. They get an Atos. Oh, my God. He has to BKB it. Ooh. He has the Lotus Orb, has the BKB. So Ramses, and now you have this, like, Lotus BKB build. Is he missing out on damage, like, this late into the game with this build, or is it still not that big of a deal?
I think they're just relying on the OD to do most of the heavy lifting. Yeah. And it's been working out. Like, every time Sandies comes out, the heroes just fall over. Yep. So I don't think it's a huge deal that he doesn't have more damage items. And plus, because there is a Hex on the field, the Lotus is, like, super value. You can put it on yourself and go in. You can put it on the
Rezo. Actually, just fighting Pasha will get Heaven's Halberd, and they'll just get out.
He was a little upset that Pasha got the click on him. You know, he got the bounty ring.
Damn, and well, almost a refresher orb now for the Tide. Pretty game-changing item there, especially if you pierce through some of those BKBs before they get them off. Rezo going to continue to farm. Almost as a Scotty has the Aegis. Well, what's our levels looking like? Anyone coming to anything crazy? We're getting, I think, 25 on that Shadow Fiend for the cooldown reduction in these team fights, especially with the Hex. And look at his bottom. This is looking to be a pretty big fight. Chrono goes out. They just want to get no one. He pops BKB. Can they bring him down in time? It doesn't feel like it. They're not doing enough damage. And now, Posh gets the BKB. Only hits onto one. It is onto Rezo. Can he make it out? He gets mana burn. No one still alive. He actually gets trapped in. There will be the Aegis pop. Stun goes out. Hits Pasha. No one still does a lot of damage. They get the bull as Resolution might just die here. He's getting right-clicked. Won't make it out. Ramses turns around. BKB does move forward. Oop, double remnants. Moves forward, gets a single now. They will get the tiny. It looks like Ramses right-clicks does. TP out from SVG in a one fight from VP. No buyback. Faceless Void. A just gets it up.
Man, just not enough damage follow up in the chrono. Like that's really the biggest issue. I have to double check. Okay.
Refresher pop by Tide. It looks like VP's going for the win here. Doesn't even hide it. He just leaves it on him.
The OD had buyback anyway, so I was gonna mention it was like super stone cold for the OD to not pop BKB there. Like no one was just holding it, and then I realized he has buyback. It's like obviously if you BKB at 10% HP, it's bad, but if you buy back, come back into the fight with full health and a BKB, it's way more impactful. Plus, they still have their shrine up because they obviously still have tier 2s. But yeah, this is gonna be looking a little bit rough. They do have buyback on the Void now. 45 seconds until Chrono though.
Yeah, look at this. We're seeing the Mailer X will just get pushed in. The Vlads are a little damaged. Atos will end up hitting. Lotus goes on Ramses, eats some stuns, but that's it. Will sleep each other, has to wake up. Now Ramses. Yeah, we're seeing Resolution buys back. Universe will go for the toss. He tosses it back. They actually get the stun. Can they do enough damage? They're going to try. No one will get the BKB up. And there's going to be the grip from afar, though. He's in a lot of trouble. Nice Ravage. Hits on the three of them. No one, though. He's still going to get brought down. Doesn't have buyback. We'll have to use it. We will see Resolution dies well. No buyback. Just used it. Solo going to try to TP out. Will he go down? Roger in there with them. He will make it. Roger gets the carapace off. Still alive. Pasha running away with Enfeeble. Looks like MSS will be able to just chase him down. Nice force staff over. Oh my goodness, is he gonna live on the backside? Ramses still doing damage. Cheese gets eaten, stun goes out. Ramses, he gets saved by no one. There's no way he lives here, is there? He actually sleight of fist dodges some damage, moves forward, actually goes on SVG. So cocky. They will get a race, won't kill him. SVG goes down. Yawar, he'll go down, dodges it as well. Does get the stun toss, should die here. Universe gets him, Ewelled into the air. Buyback comes though. Universe gonna die as well. This is looking like the end for Forward. Bolas come, SVG locked down, MSS into the base, but good game called, and VP, what looked to be maybe a 20-minute game for them. Forward takes a few big fights, but they will end up tying it up 1-1. Wow.
Yeah, the biggest factor, I think, this game is just like the difference in having the
Tide Ravage in fights.
Yeah.
And like how much it changes the dynamic of how the Void functions in the game. I mean, a long time ago,